I've met victims that have been from Mexico, victims in New York and New Jersey and all across our country. I've been on FBI raids where I've seen things that no person should ever see. I've seen video content of a that's the same age as mine. This was so conditioned by her environment that she thought she was engaging in play.
What do you have here, Rob? What clip is this with Kutcher?
So this is Ashton Kutcher. He was on the Hot Ones.
Go ahead. No,
Diddy
okay.
party stories, they're our favorite genre of anecdote. If
Oh, really?
have one, yeah.
Wow, okay, I've got a lot. I can't tell. Can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them. There was one moment, so it's not really a party story, but
Have you ever witnessed someone ignite a fire and then act shocked when it burns everything down? That's exactly what happened when Brittany Murphy died, and now, with the Diddy facing federal charges, suddenly everyone's developing selective amnesia about who was really present at those exclusive parties. Ashton Kutcher admits, "I've got a lot I can't tell," about his relationship with Diddy, while his ex-girlfriend ends up dead from suspicious circumstances. That's not coincidental. So what exactly happened that night? And why Ashton is coming out after decades, and was he planning to snitch on Diddy so he could save his marriage? I've got all the answers, so let's get started. The HBO Max documentary exposed the disturbing reality behind Brittany Murphy's final days, revealing a dark truth beneath the Hollywood facade.
And that's what I've been told. If I wanted to be considered as a leading lady, during a little dip she was having, he came along. And I think that's where her judgment was muddled and she became prey.
And the official narrative states Brittany collapsed in her bathroom and was rushed to the hospital, but it was too late. A rising star's life was extinguished. Now, the cause of death was listed as pneumonia, but for a healthy 32-year-old actress to suddenly collapse and die from pneumonia, the inconsistencies were immediately apparent.
According to her mother, Sharon, Brittany cried out in the bathroom, "Mom, I can't breathe, help me." Moments later, she collapsed in the arms of her husband, Simon Monjack. The autopsy report revealed that Brittany died from pneumonia, with contributing factors including iron deficiency anemia and multiple intoxication.
But the disturbing details were just beginning to surface. Reports emerged that Brittany felt constantly watched and even suspected she was being poisoned. The level of paranoia she experienced suggests she knew something dangerous. Even her husband Simon Monjack attempted to prevent an autopsy from being conducted. This decision raised serious questions about his motives. Monjack claimed Brittany only used herbal remedies and cough syrup for her illness. These statements contradicted medical evidence and witness accounts. What Brittany did in her final months reveals the depth of her fear. During her last months alive, Brittany installed fingerprint locks and CCTV systems throughout her home. These are not the actions of someone suffering from simple illness-related paranoia. Monjack and Brittany's mother promoted a toxic mold theory to explain her death. When pathologists dismissed this theory and refused to test for it, suspicions intensified because another high-profile woman died under eerily similar circumstances. Now, the parallels between Brittany Murphy's death and Kim Porter's death are undeniably disturbing. Both women died from lobar pneumonia, and both had expressed fear for their lives before dying. But Kim Porter's situation reveals a crucial pattern. Kim Porter was reportedly writing a tell-all book about Diddy and was cooperating with federal investigators before her sudden death. This timing cannot be ignored. 5 months after Brittany's death, Simon Monjack died from similar causes in the same house. The statistical probability of this occurring naturally is extremely low. The HBO documentary explicitly labeled Monjack a con artist who contributed to Brittany's death. The evidence supporting this conclusion was substantial. Monjack's documented lies included fabricated relationships with celebrities and false claims about having brain cancer. His credibility was completely compromised. But the investigation that followed exposed something shocking. Brittany's father, Angelo Bertolotti, commissioned an independent laboratory analysis. They discovered heavy metals in her hair samples at levels consistent with rat poison exposure. He concluded she was murdered. The original autopsy failed to test for poisoning despite Brittany's documented fears about being poisoned. This represents either gross negligence or deliberate omission. Brittany's mother, Sharon, sold the house and abandoned the mold theory after both deaths occurred. These actions suggest knowledge of the true circumstances, but the connections to a powerful entertainment figure were about to be exposed. Diddy's current federal trafficking and racketeering charges have created scrutiny around everyone in his inner circle, including Ashton Kutcher. And the implications are far-reaching.
Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis split rumors have been circulating online after his friendship with Diddy has been put under a magnifying glass following the rapper's arrest. But here's why. Photos resurfaced online of Ashton with Diddy, as well as videos in which he discussed the duo's friendship and made comments about the rapper's parties.
So, Ashton and Diddy maintained a close relationship since the early 2000s, reportedly beginning after a Punk'd episode. Their bond extended far beyond professional collaboration. But the connection to Brittany Murphy's death has been documented for years. Multiple sources have consistently linked Diddy, Ashton, and Brittany Murphy's death for years. These connections were not recently fabricated conspiracy theories.
Allegations are swirling that Diddy may have played a role in the tragic death of Brittany Murphy, sparking connections to other mysterious celebrity fatalities. Fans are now diving deep into the official accounts surrounding her passing, raising some serious eyebrows. In an intriguing turn, Brittany's father brought in a private investigator who reportedly uncovered potential evidence of heavy metal poisoning, linking it back to the suspicious circumstances surrounding Kim Porter's untimely death. This bombshell revelation is shaking our trust in the initial cause of death. Adding to the mystery, both Brittany Murphy and her husband Simon expressed fears of being poisoned before their deaths.
Brittany and Ashton dated in 2002. Their relationship ended allegedly due to Kutcher's involvement with Demi Moore. Significantly, Demi Moore was reportedly a regular attendee at Diddy's parties. Diddy referred to his group with Jamie Foxx as the Rat Pack. They frequented exclusive clubs and maintained a lifestyle of secrecy and excess. But Ashton's own words provide the most damaging evidence. Ashton publicly stated, "I've got a lot I can't tell," followed by, "I can't tell that one either." These admissions suggest knowledge of serious criminal activity. Kutcher regularly attended and even co-hosted Diddy's infamous white parties, including the 2009 event. These gatherings were known for their exclusivity and alleged illegal activities. Reports indicate Mila Kunis has warned Ashton to distance himself from the Diddy situation. This suggests awareness of serious legal exposure. But the theory about why Brittany died reveals the darkest truth. So, evidence suggests Brittany Murphy discovered compromising information about Diddy and Ashton's activities at these exclusive parties. The theory indicates she was eliminated before she could expose this information. The timing and circumstances of her death support this conclusion, but there's documented evidence of threats. Diddy previously warned Ashton not to punk him, stating it will not end well for you. This was not delivered as humor, but as a genuine threat. Ashton's representatives now claim he has distanced himself from Diddy since the recent lawsuits and denies any involvement. However, documented evidence contradicts these denials. Legal experts suggest Ashton could face subpoena in Diddy's federal case. Under oath, his previous statements about having secrets he can't tell become legally significant. Despite official reports, substantial questions about Brittany's death remain unanswered. The evidence points to a coordinated cover-up involving multiple parties.
The mystery of what happened has never been fully solved, so there are so many questions which should be answered still up in the air. Among those who spoke to us about the actress's final days was makeup artist Trista Jordan, who worked with Murphy on Something Wicked. She told us that she often wishes she could have done more to save the star, saying, "Brittany left an impact on a lot of people's hearts. She truly was a sweetheart, but I don't think she surrounded herself with the right people. I think if she hadn't met Simon Monjack, she'd probably still be alive."
So, what do you believe happened to Brittany Murphy? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for continued coverage of this developing story.